This vlog or what have you, it's just to state that y'all was lying y'all answers out. It is your girl, Miss Courtney Lyric Writes, and I am super late. I'm super late. You know, I just actually binge watched Power in 2019, so I was late to that party. And everyone on the internet, all my little Facebook movie discussion groups, they're like, look, sis, you like Power, you're gonna love Snowfall, because it shits on Power. Alright, cool. You know, I'm the binge babe, so I go check it out. I go watch it. I give it the, okay, bet. First of all, Snowfall is awesome. Let me give props where props are due. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I didn't like about Snowfall, really, was that it took, honestly, I didn't give a shit about none of the other little subplot characters. I really didn't give a shit about the CIA agent. Really didn't give a shit about old girl and the wrestler. I didn't. I was there for the same reason we all was there. What you, we have a Franklin. Hey, it's Franklin. We're here for him. Okay, so it took a minute to, I knew, okay, because shows are Easter eggs, or they give you a gem and then there's a payoff. So they give you a check and then you take it to the bank. So I knew that eventually these people would intertwine, which eventually they did, but it took so long to get to that I did not care about them that first season. I thought, okay, fuck this. Can we focus on Franklin? So that was my only issue with that. Was it good from jump? Yes. It was good from season one. But the most interesting character arc is Franklin's. So to me, talking about the CIA agent, talking about the Latino woman and the big wrestler and their family, it really wasn't that interesting. I'm here for Franklin, so whereas Power, from the first episode, there's like a nigga getting beat up under the club 10 minutes into the show. Power did not come to play. They are here for the plot driven, okay, story arc. They are here for action. They have, okay, let me not get carried away. Okay, so in short, this vlog or what have you, it's just to state that y'all was lying y'all answers out. I love me some Snowfall. Love it. From the aesthetics to the casting was on point. I wish I would have did a little bit of the wigs, but the casting, the aesthetics, the storyline, there's plots here too. It's plot driven as well. But I think they tried so hard to make it a character, emphasized script, which is good too. Me, I'm a plot girl. I'm here for good, but I'm here for a dope ass character too. Like if we root for your character enough, it don't really matter what the plot just hitting for. The plot could be okay if we really love your characters, but just for me as a writer, just for me as a viewer, it's nothing like a dope ass plot where we don't know what's gonna happen, and Power was that. Power was that. Nobody really liked Jamie St. Patrick. He's an asshole. He was eye candy, and the plot, it was always something. Until that last horrible season, it was always, I'm talking about from episode 1 to episode 2, we thought that, we didn't know whether we could trust the boy, if it was Kanan, who it was behind the scenes, Kanan back there pulling strings, getting, all this was going on. This is just in season 1. Whereas with Snowfall, we're getting to know the characters. They really, really want us to know the characters. And the story is interesting too. Okay. Can we just say that my boy Franklin Saint probably is somewhere resting his shoulders from carrying that whole damn show? Huh? We gonna lie? Okay. Maybe season 1. He hadn't quite developed into the sexy gangster ass boss that we all came to love by season 4. But that's what character arcs do. They take you through the character's journey. And okay, he was like, all right, little nerdy boy was trying out the drug game. I love it. They've spent so much time with his character arc. That is why we love Snowfall. So it's like we start off with some college dropout nerdy kid that just loves his mom, wants to help pay a couple bills. His first transaction, he's scared to death, really doesn't even know where to go. If it wasn't for his god ain't, he would have just been stuck with a brick of cocaine and a bullet in the ass. But we journey with him from that into motherfucking, like, you know, we travel with him from that to just this boss ass gangster nigga who is just sexy and making calls. And it's almost like he was born into this game, even though 3 seasons ago he didn't even know how to split a brick of cocaine. Whereas James St. Patrick from day one has been a boss. From season one, he is a boss. He comes in with that sexy, that's why the ladies love him, even though he's a straight up asshole. He comes in from day one as just this corporate drug dealing street. Like, he can walk in either light, and he walks in both lights so well. We scared of Ghost. We fucks with Ghost. Ghost gets the respect. But Jamie St. Patrick can walk into any business meeting with any white man and shut it down. And that was from episode 1 until he was shot. Whereas we had to travel with Franklin. That's the difference between plot and character. The plots were so good. Like, they're doing this throwback stuff now in this Book of Ghost and Book of Time, going back in the past. But we didn't need that in the show because it didn't matter how he got here. He's here and he's owning it. And there's so many plots that are constantly in motion that it doesn't matter how he got. We didn't even care about a backstory really, other than the little that they gave us, and that was enough because the character was developed enough for us to root for him, even though he was evil as fuck, narcissist as fuck, and love him. Because the plot, there's always something going on. It's either he's cheating, him and Tommy doing this, somebody's betraying this, somebody's doing this other gang is moving in over here, this always was a plot. And I am a plot girl. Don't get me wrong, I love a good character arc too. But I'm a plot girl, so it's like, for me, it's power for the win. I'm sorry. Not to say that Snowfall doesn't have good plots, because they do, but they are definitely more character oriented. So that is why Franklin's sense kind of gets at y'all. You see me? Do you hear me? Like, maybe season 1, the first 2 episodes, when he was scared to, punch the dude, when he was getting beat up outside the club, wasn't really feeling much then. But oh my gosh, by season 3, baby Franklin get it, so they took the time to develop him and develop his character. Even, okay, let's say you pay attention to the other characters. The CIA agent, he went from, season 1 being some flimsy office pansy, wet behind the ears, not really knowing what's going on, to being engulfed in this drug world and really owning it. Like, by now, by the last episode of season 4, he is I don't even think it's an act anymore. Like, this is who this white man is now. And we journey with him through that arc, the wrestler, we love all, they spent so much time developing characters that we love. We love Jerome. Even with that tire wig, we love Jerome. We love his girlfriend, his wife, we love her. These characters have been fully fleshed. So I'm not faking on Snowfall like John Singleton and them, rest in peace, didn't come to play. They did not come to play. But for all y'all that's like, oh, Snowfall is shitting bricks on power. No, it's not. It's not. I love the 80s. First of all, okay, their soundtrack or their score is untouchable because, hello, it's black music from the 80s. So, of course, I don't even think Power had music. Other than that, Bigger Rich Town intro, it didn't need it because the plot was so thick. We didn't care what music they were playing, Whereas, even the soundtrack to Snowfall helps add to the character arc because we're in LA. It's the 80s. It's the crack era. It's like the music puts us on this journey with us. The aesthetics, the hairstyles, and even though the wigs to me were very tired, in fact, I feel like they could have just had a stylist come in and like Mel, her wig was horrible. Like, just do her real hair, and unless she's got like a shaved, bald, blonde head, if she just has hair, just style it in an '80s style instead of these horrible wigs. Even Jerome with the Jerry curl, if he's that dedicated to this role and wants these checks, grow your hair out for about 2 months and put a real Jerry curl on it. Like, I just felt like that was the only thing. Leon, I think, whatever the friend is who was in love with the crackhead. Um, Even Wanda, I think it could have added a little more realism to an already well developed story arc and aesthetics and cinematography. Oh, cinematography is just yes, the pans be perfect, the color scheme. I feel like it's like I think it's like orange and blue, which is normally like a go-to color scheme for that show. I mean, for shows, but it's like a strong orange and blue kind of showing the dynamics of innocence, and going from innocence to criminal activity. So, but that's the only thing I really wish for Snowfall is that they would have just let these black characters wear their real hair styled in these styles. And like Leon, if he's dedicated to these roles, like people have shaved their heads, went bald, lost weight for roles. And you mean to tell me you can't stop going to the barber for 2 months to grow out a real afro? That wig was ridiculous, and it's like it got bigger every season. Like, my nigga's the '80s. Like, you coming through with that Jackson 5 afro, the least we could have did is actually grow. The wigs were just, they took, anything that takes away from the audience paying attention to the story is a distraction. It's not helping. The wigs was, I was flooring until I looked at Mel's wig. I'm like, damn, that wig's terrible. Franklin's wearing his real hair. Jerome's wig, I mean, season 1 was the worst. It got a little juicier as they got more money. But, like, just grow his hair out, grow him out a little afro, and put a real Jerry curl on it if he just must have a Jerry curl. Or who made these, like, who is the stylist of these wigs? Because they're terrible. Of course, you go to Power. Nobody's really wearing wigs but Tasha and Lala, and I'm sure the love interest had one too. But it looked nice, It looked nice. So, oh, okay. Next thing. Are we really finna stand here on Beyonce, was it Beyonce, Giselle, Noel's, Carter's internet and say that the crew, that the gang from Snowfall is finer than the cast of Power? Are we really finna sit up here and tell that lie that Jamie St. Patrick and Tommy are being... Okay, here's Snowfall. Here's the lineup of sexy men on Snowfall. Franklin, that's it.